Hi, this is Tamal Kumar Mazumdar again. Recently, Tata Consultancy Services published its annual report for the financial year 20. During the year, on a consolidated basis, it declared a revenue of rupees 1,56,949 crores and a profit before tax of 42,248 crores. It has 51 subsidiaries, 20 subsidiaries held directly and 31 subsidiaries held indirectly. And all these subsidiaries contributed 10.37% of the consolidated profit of the company. We will discuss the company in three parts. First part on legal issues, second part on the workings of the subsidiaries, and third part on the workings of Tata Consultancy Services Limited during the financial year 2019-20. In the first part today, we will discuss the legal fights in the USA between Epic Systems Corporation and Tata Consultancy Services Limited and its subsidiary Tata America International Corporation. On 10th July 2019, both Tata Consultancy Services Limited and Tata America International Corporation through Sidley Austin LLP, their counsel on record, filed a notice of appeal in the Superior Court to fully set aside the order on damages against them totaling $420 million. From the available records, documents, judgments, petition, etc., we noted the following. Epic Systems Corporation, a Wisconsin corporation that has developed a software product used by hospitals, medical groups, and healthcare professionals in the United States. The software, often called Electronic Health Record or EHR software, has many different applications, including registration and scheduling for patients, clinical systems for doctors, nurses, and emergency personnel, laboratory systems for lab technicians, pharmacists, and radiologists, and billing systems for insurers. To facilitate use of the software, Epic customers can access over user guides, training materials, and software updates from a web portal called UserWeb. One of Epic's customers was Kaiser Permanente, the largest managed care organization in the United States. Beginning in 2003, Kaiser licensed Epic software for use in the US healthcare facilities. As an Epic customer, Kaiser had access to UserWeb, from which it could download materials to maintain, update, and troubleshoot its customized version of Epic's software. Kaiser was working with TCS. In 2005, Epic learned that TCS was working with Kaiser and asked TCS to enter into non-disclosure agreement. Epic and TCS entered into an agreement called Standard Consultant Agreement in August 2005. In 2011, Kaiser hired TCS to provide testing and support services for Kaiser's version of Epic software, KP Health Connect. Early in the engagement with TCS, Kaiser requested that Epic provide UserWeb access to relevant TCS personnel so that they could use resources on Epic's portal. Despite Kaiser's repeated urging, Epic refused to grant TCS access to UserWeb. In the face of Epic's refusal, Kaiser developed a way for TCS to get the information it needed by having Kaiser employees download release notes from user web and provide the information to TCS. Using another approach, a TCS employee, Oshin Anandan, would directly contact an Epic employee who sent documents to Anandan, including information similar to what was available on user web. Before Kaiser hired TCS in 2011, Kaiser used Computer Science Corporation or CSC to perform testing on KP Health Connect. A CSC engineer from India, Ramesh Gajaram, began working on CSC's Kaiser account in February 2006. At some point at CSC, Gajaram obtained a Kaiser email address. In January 2011, Gajaram, still employed in CSC, used his Kaiser email address to apply for a user web account. On application, he falsely identified himself as a Kaiser employee. Based on Gajaram's application, Epic created a user web account for him and gave him access to the portal. About 9 months later, Gajaram left CSC and began in September 2011 working for TCS. Gajaram initially worked in Chennai, India on Kaiser account. Ultimately, dozens of TCS employees used Gajaram's credentials to log into Epic portal. From June 2012 to June 2014, TCS employees accessed user webs thousands of times and downloaded over 6,000 documents totaling about 1,050,000 pages. These figures represent about 1,600 unique documents and 4,400 duplicates. In April 2014, Philips Guionet, the TCS client partner for Kaiser, sent an email to Samasundar, TCS Kaiser's account manager, in which Guionet expressed concern about improper access of user web. Guionet also reported his concern to the president of TCS North America Corporation and TCS head of human resources for North America and requested information about contacting TCS's audit committee. After TCS and Kaiser became aware of the unauthorized user web access, both investigated how it happened and its extent. It is undisputed that many TCS employees questioned during the investigation either lied to the investigators or were less than forthcoming. TCS's investigation also was in some respects incomplete. For example, several categories of documents were mistakenly not preserved after a document hold notice was issued. In October 2014, Epic filed suit against TCS in the court of Western District, Madison, Wisconsin, alleging that TCS misappropriated Epic's trade secrets and other confidential information as part of a scheme to create or improve a competitive software product, MedMantra. TCS has its own software product called MedMantra. MedMantra is a hospital management and information system developed and marketed by TCS in India in collaboration with Apple Hospitals, a hospital chain in India. TCS began developing MedMantra with Apollo in 2006 and it was first successfully implemented in Apollo's Hyderabad facility. in 2009. So by the time Kaiser retained TCS to assist it with respect to version of Epic's software, MedMentra was already up and running in India. The complaint was based in large part on Guito's belief that TCS had used materials downloaded from user web to develop and improve MedMentra. At trial, central dispute was about how TCS used Epic's information. Epic argued that TCS used the information to compete against Epic, while TCS argued that its employees used information to facilitate their service for Kaiser. In April 2016, Tata Consultancy Services and Tata America International Corporation received an unfavorable jury verdict awarding damages totaling $940 million, compensatory damages $240 million, and punitive damages $700 million in favor of Epic Systems Corporation. On 29th September 2017, Justice William M. Conley, Honorable District Judge, partially allowed defendants Tata Consultancy Services Limited and Tata America International Corporation's motion for judgment as a matter of law as to the jury's findings of damages and to strike the damages phase of testimony of Thomas Bridwen and Sterling Martin and denied in part. The motion was granted as to a reduction of the compensatory damage awards by $100 million and as to defendants' request to reduce the portion punitive damages award to the Wisconsin statutory cap of $280 million. In all the respect, the motion was denied. Epic Systems Corporation's motion for attorney fees and costs was also denied by the court. Pursuant to US court procedures, a letter of credit has been made available to Epic for $440 million as financial security in order to stay execution of the judgment pending post-judgment proceedings and appeal. On defendants Tata Consultancy Services Limited and Tata America International Corporation's motion for judgment as a matter of law for a new trial and for reconsideration of dismissal of counterclaims were denied by William M. Conley, Honorable District Judge, on 29 March 2019. Subsequently, on 10 July 2019, both Tata Consultancy Services and Tata America International Corporation, through Sedley Austin LLP, their counsel on record, filed a notice of appeal in the Superior Court to fully set aside the order on damages. Alternatively, they prayed that the damages awards should be vacated and the case should be remanded for a new trial on damages. Epic has also filed a cross appeal before the Superior Court, challenging the reduction of $100 million compensatory award and $200 million in punitive damages by the trial judge. Tata Consultancy Services Limited, in its annual report for the financial year 20, in page 235, it mentioned that the company received legal advice to the effect that the order and reduced damages awarded are not supported by evidence presented during the trial. I want to correct myself. I want to correct myself that on 29/9/2017, Justice William M. Conley, Honorable District Judge, partially allowed defendants Tata Consultancy Services Limited and Tata America International Corporation's motion for judgment. The motion was granted as to a reduction of compensatory damage award by $100 million, and as to defendant's request to reduce the punitive damages award to the Wisconsin statutory cap of $200 million. In all other respects, the motion was denied. Consultancy Services, Tata Consultancy Services Limited, and its subsidiary Tata America International Corporation showed the award of court in favor of Epic Systems Corporation of $420 million as a contingent liability and has not provided any amount in this respect. Everybody is now waiting eagerly for the final verdict of the Superior Court in this regard. We will shortly be back to you again with analysis on the workings of subsidiaries of Tata Consultancy Services and financial results of TCS for the financial year 20. Please share your views, suggestions, comments in this respect in our YouTube channel or mail us at corpovoice@gmail.com. Our endeavor will be to reply all mails. Thank you all.